I recall the track, and I love Shy Girls. Vocals are
The
insane.
vocals are so
Super
good.
sexy for Odessa,
Mhm.
I have to say. Like, a
Mm.
lot of their shit leads a little more, like, inspirational, larger
Right.
than
Yeah.
And
life,
like
but this
uplifting rather,
one
and this is like a bit more like
exactly. This one just
dungeon.
makes me wanna make out with someone.
It is time.
So why don't we just jump into our first one? We're going to be listening to some Odesza. So do you remember the first time you ever heard of Odesza or maybe seen them before?
Yes, I do. I worked with them quite a bit when I was actually at Starbucks in Seattle. Those guys are local to Seattle. We did a ton of work with them. I programmed the music for Starbucks stores all over the world, and
Oh
there
my
was a
God.
lot of Odessa played
That's
in
wild.
That's so
that
cool.
role. Yeah, big
So
fans.
when you're picking, this playlist, are you like, do you have people getting pitched to you, or did you just pick whatever you wanted, or like something in
Yeah.
between? Like, how did that go down?
So yeah, at Starbucks, this was my gig before Superfly, keep in mind, but we did have almost every label and distribution firm coming through the headquarters and showing us music in advance to then promote in the stores. So it was a very fun gig in that realm.
Mm.
Got to work with a lot of amazing managers and agents and got early previews to basically everything, including Odessa, a few times actually during my 3 years there. I have to say though, what gets me about Odessa, aside from their like killer production, is the live performance. So super excited for Bonnaroo and their headlining set.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel like they were one of like the top grossing touring acts,
Mhm.
Of like
Especially
some
with
recent
the
year.
drum line. Oh yeah, so good.
Oh, they
So
had
good.
a drum line with them too?
They had like a
They toured
whole
for a while with the
thing.
drum line.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it was
God.
insane.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Very
awesome.
special.
Well, we're going to be listening to Odesza featuring Shy Girls. So this was actually a VIP remix that was released yesterday. It originally was released in 2014 from the album In Return, but this new album called The Last Goodbye Deluxe Edition, we're listening to the song All We Need Odesza VIP remix right here on Galaxy Jams Reacts.
Already the visuals are going to be crazy.
Really good.
This is when the crowd just like loses their mind and like starts crying.
Vocals have a very The Weeknd vibe. It's cool.
Yeah, I was thinking of that too.
Oh, hell yeah. It's good.
Ooh, let's go.
I love a fresh drop.
Oh yeah, you're exactly right, Kai.
Dripping with reverb. It's good.
I remember this track. It's cool.
Oh yeah. I love it. I love it.
I love that tension right there.
Me
Good
too.
stuff. Can't wait to see all the whoops headbanging to this at Bonnaroo.
Yeah. Wow, what a track! So this is
I
my.
was so ready to hear that hook again.
Oh,
I know it's like
we're gonna jump.
impossible to find a spot.
We're gonna
that
jump.
we
We're gonna
can-
jump right in right after
Unreal.
this. So good. So Caroline, you've heard the song before? You said.
Yeah, I think All We Need was released. What album?
in
What year did you say? Yeah,
2014 from the album
Yeah.
In
I
Return.
recall the track, and I love Shy Girls. Vocals are insane.
The vocals are so
Super
good.
sexy for Odessa,
Mhm.
I have to say. Like
Mm.
a lot of their shit leads a little more like inspirational, larger
Right.
than
Yeah.
life.
And like
but
uplifting
one-
rather, and this is like a bit more like
exactly.
dungeon.
This one just makes you want to make out with someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard this song before, and I listened to Odessa, so like this is really cool, and that's why I was like, oh, it sounds like The Weeknd because it just didn't seem familiar. But man, it is like dripping with that sexy reverb, and his vocal, the falsetto, and everything is just so good. What Adam? What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, I love it because there's so much confidence in the way it's produced and remixed. Like you don't need layers on layers on layers on layers. Like it's there with the reverb, with letting the song have space. Like it gives it so much power. It just like.
No, for
like
sure.
The vocals just hit hard and just take up so much space and drive. Like for me, it is like a very like uplifting, get hype song without necessarily being super high energy or being extremely fast. Like for me, it that kind of introspective self-actualization just makes me think about who I am and be drawn into further who I want to be. I don't know. It's just kind of like uplifting in that way.
Yeah. And
That's
I like
fucking deep, man.
I like your point, Caroline, because a lot of Odessa's music is like EDM church, but I feel like this song is going to take it into like Dom Dungeon territory. You know,
No.
And
for
one
sure.
other thing is that I noticed that, you know, for this type of beat, it seems that like they put it in the computer, but then click down the BPM just a little bit. So it's kind of just almost
cool.
a little
It does feel
bit
slightly
slower.
slowed.
So it's just more of like a badass, like
It's that cool confidence, man. It's like it's gonna get there when it's gonna get there.
sounds like a movie production.
It does.
Or
It
something
does.
like
Sounds
that.
cinematic, and I mean, I love any song with a like very good top end, and his voice is just
The
killing it.
falsetto
So.
is nice.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Let's jump back into
Yeah,
it.
let's do it. Oh, let's go. Come on,
yeah.
come on, come on.
They're gonna make you wait for it, dog.
Entering the vortex here.
Oh my god.
Just dripping.
It's like it sounds like John Wick.
Very John Wick soundtrack friendly. I agree. I love that. Nice.
Oh my god. Oh
Nice
my
ending.
god.
I know,
It's so
right?
good. Yeah. I love that.
I'm saving it right now.
That's being saved on mine as well.
Yeah, it's
I'm
another
looking
playlister.
out.
Yeah, as soon as you said John Wick, it like changed it for me too, because now I started
Certified
seeing,
banger.
Yeah, I started seeing John Wick type stuff, and I'm like, man, it also has like an Outrun vibe too, like the 80s
Yeah, like a synth almost
Yeah.
80s, you know.
80s grunge, like grungy EDM type of thing.
Like
It's
it, like
It's
some of
very
the tones.
night crawl.
Exactly,
yeah, that's
exactly,
right. That's
Some of
right.
the tones were a little industrial. Like some of those bass tones were that kind of like cinematic trailer style. Like
For sure.
you know, I don't know. It's a cool track, and I don't know. I feel like when you're using electronic elements like that, it's difficult to create like a beautiful color palette with all the tones. Like sometimes it's very derivative from other songs, and I don't know. This is a tasty little flavor combination.
Yeah, I agree. It's easy, you know, to be put in a box, you know, with your genre, and it's cool that they were able to still, you know, not only have their own sound and like their own song, but like add like some kind of, you know, even like a reimagining of like what they're doing, and then putting it out for the fans. I think is great. You know, it takes a lot of balls to like you put out your own remix of your own song. You know, like not a lot of people really do that. They rely on other people.
That's
to do that.
that's a boss move right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the original and hear how different it is because
Same,
it sounds very
yeah.
now. It sounds very contemporary to me.